Yep, it's December, and I'm in a Halloween shirt. So hello, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. Yes, I do record these ahead of time. It is December 1st. I did write in my journal some gratitude, some joy. I did do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my Vlogmas Day 1 video. That's where I go over my intro, my goals, and the journaling to kind of keep spirits up. So, what's today's going to be? I was supposed to record it yesterday, so I'd be a little bit ahead, and I was really tired, so I didn't do it. Today was interesting. Not happy at the gas station. Prices were fine. The dude that helped me put my money on the wrong pump and then said I was the one that told him to put it on the wrong pump. Like, no, you screwed up, my dude, and you tried to blame me. Kiss my ass. I was not very happy. I was going to let it slide until I found out their policy is, well, when you tell us it's on, tell us the wrong pump, it's on you. And I'm like, listen, fucker, I did not tell you the wrong pump. You're having a bad day and you took it out on me. Whatever. Got to pause the TV because it's flashing too much. Anyway, sorry about the language, but it pissed me off because I did that kind of job for a long time, for 11 years. Convenience store, gas station, sold hard alcohol, been called numerous things that I'm not going to say on my channel, even though I just used the F word. Some of them were worse. But, yeah, I managed that store. Trust me. I know. So, I did complain to the manager. I said, I know it's a pain in the ass. It really is. When people do tell you the wrong pump or you put it on the wrong pump. So, anyway, that's that. But that kind of goes into what is my topic for today. I got my calendar here, so that's why. And that is money and the holidays. Typically, just equal stress. That's what it does. So, one of the things I'm going to go over kind of here is kind of maybe a little what to do. I'm going to do kind of like a mock budget. It's not a real one. Okay, so the budget I'm going to do is not my budget. I'm not going to show you my numbers. You don't have to show me yours either. It's okay. But why do we do this? Is because one of the things that typically cause the most stress for anybody is money. And it gets exaggerated during the holidays because you have all the special meals, the gifts, all that crap, and all that costs money. So it just makes matters worse. So what can you do? And one of the things, if you're, and I'm not going to be all about, oh, budget, I'll show you how to budget. No, I suck at it. I screw up more often than not. There's other channels. You just look up budgeting for beginners or dumbasses or whatever, and I'm sure there's a video for it. So, look at them. But this is what I do to kind of keep track so I don't really go off the rails too much, because I will do that, and that does suck. So I'm going to show you some of what I do to kind of keep track of the money and be mindful of it and where it's going. And also, too, I'm going to show you what I'm doing for the holiday budget. Now, this comes from an earlier video by, I believe, Budgeting Treasures. Whatever her channel name is. I will either put it down below or I'll put it right here. And it was about 6 weeks before Christmas, and she did a video on oh, what do you do when you put off budgeting for Christmas this far? And it was really insightful, and it really helped. And with that, we were able to do a lot already. But I know some people wait till December to do all their Christmas shopping. So I'll just go over a little bit of what I have and maybe how you can make up a list, and maybe it'll help you. And I will be doing another video on gift giving, trust me, and all that. So let's look at some of the budgeting techniques I use to be mindful of my money so I don't go out of my mind. It's all about mental health and not stressing over every little thing. Okay? All right, so here's just a basic budgeting planner that I had from last year. You don't need anything specialized like this. It's kind of being my camera's kind of being an ass, so it's keeps going in and out of focus. Anyway, basically all you need is a calendar. I named this one December. See, I have a bunch of highlighted parts, and I will go over what each of these are for me anyway. You can do the same thing. You can do something similar. Again, it's all about being mindful of your money. I've already added a legend right here where you see that pink, I say me, blue is other. And yeah, we'll get into that. So basically what I like to do first is put in all the paydays. Boop. Okay. And that gives me a general idea of where and when the money is coming. So then you have to look at when all your bills are due. And this is where this legend over here can come in, where you can have this either be auto pay and, you know, bill pay that you do, or your account, another person's account, your significant other, whatever. You do you. So like you can have up here, you can have rent, $800. And maybe you have, say over here, insurance, $75. Maybe here you have cell phone, $100. And insurance again for like $50. You know, whatever. You can have fees for $10, and I don't know, cable for $100. You know, whatever. Whatever you have, you put it in there, and you have a general idea of where everything is coming when it's all coming out. There we go. I know how to use words, I swear. Right. The other thing too I did, because it is the Christmas season and it is important, and like I said, is on Christmas Eve we have a meal, and then over on Christmas we have a meal. And I tried to make it look all pretty. And so I need to know these because I need to buy food special for those days. So what else do? I block off, you can see the orange block here, and then the purple block. And that is the areas where certain paychecks will cover. So we see there's a paycheck on the 1st. And so it will cover from the 4th all the way to the 17th. And I will put that up here. And then I will do the same thing for the purple. And that will be the paycheck on the 15th. So I'll do that. And see, in that way, when I go to budget, I can see, okay, so these paychecks have to cover bills all in here. And so we see that. And so maybe you've already had your money set aside for rent. And maybe you know that this next check down here will also help cover rent. I mean, budgeting is kind of a pain in the ass, so that's why I'm just like discussing it like this. But now that I know, okay, I have this paycheck and we have insurance and cell phones, and there's also other stuff we have to do, but I have to make sure that this and this get paid before the next payday and that the money's there, and vice versa. And also too, this payday is going to cover food for Christmas Eve and Christmas, and I have to know that. And also too, I will put in other little things like I get paid here, so here's, yeah, and that's the other thing too. This is Monday, that's Sunday over here. Psst, whatever. My other one has Sunday through Monday, thank God. Anyway, so this will be grocery shopping. So I know that's what I'm going to be doing there, and same here. And that also helps me know that I have to think about the 2 holidays on this shopping. And this shopping will come out of this paycheck. See what I'm saying? So, with all that said, if you have anything extra, like say you have a payment, you just have a few reoccurring payments, like say you have a Amazon here for $25 because you ordered something and you have like 3 payments and they come out on the 6th, and you do have one coming out in December, you know, I may highlight that, or I may just write it in to kind of remind myself that this has to be in there. And so, like say I'm the one that has to pay it, then I will highlight it pink. See what I'm saying? So, with all that said, I will do this just to be mindful of when the money's coming in, what it's going to cover, what's coming out automatically, big things that I'm going to be doing, and try and just keep things organized that way. But there's also another page in these that you might like. And again, you can just use any old notebook for this. You don't have to do the planning, but you can do this. And you don't necessarily have to have a category, but you can write the expense. So you can have like rent, what you budget, what you're actually paying, and the difference. And so this is where you'd put things like, you would put things like rent, but you'd also put groceries, gas. For me, that would be car, gas truck. And so, say over here, you'd have $800, or, you know, groceries, you know, you're going to have the holidays, you might have $400 for the month. Car might be $80, truck might be $40, you know, things like that. And you would list all those things. And then I usually use pencil, and because there's multiple paydays in the month, then I will pencil in how much we go over. So, and keep track of that. But I do like having things like the gas and the groceries, because you have like a starting point. And it's important to have that starting point, because it's really easy just to get completely screwed up and spend more money than you really should be. All right, so one final thing, and this is the holiday portion. So when I watched that video by Budgeting Treasures, I believe that's it, she talked about budgeting for the holidays. I never knew that this had this in here. I did not use it last year. This is my old one. I did use it this year. And again, it says category expense. Category, it's like, what is that? But what I did do is I would write down who. So you could have your dad, brother, son, niece, nephew, you know, whoever you want, and then how much you're going to spend. Okay. So this is something you can write in, have like a budget, and then you can also have a little area where you actually write down the gifts and kind of keep track. I didn't do the budgeting thing, but I would add up what I'd spent so far, and I would put it in here and kind of see where I'm at to kind of stay on track, because that's where you kind of get screwed up, and you will see something and you're like, ew, I love it, and then it's like way over your budget. My brother, I did go way over budget, but that's a whole nother thing. So that's the budgeting stuff. That seemed completely incoherent. I seem like an idiot. Anyway, so when you take what you make and you look at everything you have to spend, and you set an amount on your gifts for people and what you're going to spend for the holidays, on people, on meals, that's another thing you can put in there. You can put your holiday meals. You can, whatever you really need to budget for. And then look at, compare that to what you make. You may say, oh, I'm not going to have enough money. So what are you going to do? You can either change the gifts, or you can maybe change some of your expenses, like how much you spend on groceries. It might be more of a, eat a lot of beans and rice. I've heard that's the Dave Ramsey thing. But it's cheap, right? And then use the extra money that you save from the groceries, maybe on gifts or a holiday meal, or baking something nice for your family. Why do you need to do this? Well, one, being mindful of your money equals less stress. Knowing what you can and cannot do is setting boundaries. We have to set boundaries with ourselves. How many people go hog wild and they will max out their credit cards, and they will spend the whole year paying those down just to go into debt again with those same credit cards next holiday? And that's, again, where I'm going to do a video about gifting. Some people go overboard. And the truth is, yeah, there's no point in that. So be mindful of that money. Keep track. You don't have to be like really precise, but kind of have a general idea so that you're not just going overboard on every little thing and then going, oh my God, I have no money. There was an article, came up in my Google feed. This woman's freaking out because she's a nurse. She makes good money. Her husband makes good money. It's like Tuesday, and they only have $200 to $300 to get till next Friday. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's amazing how frivolous our spending can be. I'm noticing that more and more as I budget more and more. I'm like, wow, we really blow a lot of money on crap. And we need to kind of we need to rein it in. That's what we need to do. Because sometimes we spend money on crap we really don't need, or too much convenience, and that's basically living outside your means. And during the Christmas holiday season, a lot of the time we will spend way too much, and it's kind of like, that's what one of the next videos is going to be. Not the next video, but one of the future ones. It's kind of keeping up appearances and looking good on Christmas Day when people open your gifts, or vice versa. You can kind of see where I'm going with that. There's people like that. But yeah, so many people go into debt, and then it's just a headache for the entire year, or you just feel like shit because you can't do anything. So there's ways around that. Also, too, if you're one of those that likes to go big on Christmas, I suggest to you, starting today, maybe not today, maybe after Christmas, start saving money for next Christmas. It's called a Christmas Club account. Almost every bank has a special savings account that's called a Christmas account. And you know how it works? You put money in it, you get penalized if you take the money out, And come November, they automatically deposit it into your checking. So you have this big fat chunk of money going into your checking in November so you can buy presents. My aunt did it all the time. And she had marvelous Christmases. And that's how she did it. $50 a month. Probably need a little bit more now. But you know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. I don't know if this will be helpful. It has helped me kind of stay on top of the money. And that's when sometimes you get a little stressed and you're like, oh, wait, did I plan for this? Yes. Things are set aside. Things are being taken care of. And it's one less thing to completely worry about and freak out about and have just blow up in your face. So, money in the holidays are like oil and water. And for some reason, we insist on mixing them because we are gluttons for punishment. And so, try to take the stress out of it. Be mindful of your money. And don't go apeshit and set yourself some boundaries. Okay? So, that's day 2. Have a good one. Bye.